Hello viewers, welcome to India Today. This is Maruthi Acharya with Sanjay Ponnappa, and today I am here with the review of the latest Telugu film Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. I think two Shantis. If I have to explain my review in one line, I knew before entering the auditorium that it is a remake of a very successful Malayalam film called Jaya 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 He, starring Basil Joseph and Darshana Rajendran. For the people who didn't watch the film, definitely recommend it for sure. Now, talking about Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi, I was not expecting something different from the story because story is already familiar because it's an official remake. How are they going to present it and adapt it to the Telugu sensibilities is what was the question, and how far are they going to execute the themes and concept which is there in the Malayalam cinema, because to be really honest, not a lot of tricky topics are usually discussed in Telugu cinema. When you have a subject like this, how would that be was the question. So you might think this is coming from a place where I already watched the original, so I have the impression of that and I'm watching it from that lens. Not really. If you're somebody who are watching this movie for the first time also, though you might understand the idea and concept, but it is you who is understanding it, is not the movie which is actually making you feel the hit, the depth of the concept. Let's get into the details. Firstly, what works in the film? The designing of characters and how they have adapted it to the Telugu sensibilities. I think in that area, the director A R Sajeev definitely succeeded. I must appreciate the team. There are a lot of moments, whether it is the Mutina ringtone or the meme references that keep coming, and the commentary piece which happens in one of the most crucial scenes where the dialogues of the very latest references about Busagudutundroi, those kind of references. So it was not on your face, but there were a lot of references like this, and there were some cute, very good laugh out loud moments also in the film for me, especially in the second half when there is this portion where Tharun Bhascker is trying to learn a new skill in order to show how powerful he is. In those portions, especially there's this portion where he's trying to meditate and he's thinking about idli and chutney. These kind of moments actually land. I think cinematography and visual aesthetics of the film were also really good. It captures the whole essence of the Godavari, Rajamandri, that area, that essence, that slang. Because usually whenever we think about Godavari or that side, right, it is these big landscapes like Sitamava, Ketlo, Sirimala Chettu cinematography would be the ideal one, which usually a lot of people go for. But here I think they tried something different according to the subject, according to the theme. I think that is what really worked in the film. The performances in the film were also really, really good. Starting from Eesha Rebba, Brahmaji's character also, there are some conversations about alpha male and ulfa male. And again, might be an unpopular opinion, but I think though Tharun Bhascker as an actor did a good job, I think casting of Tharun Bhascker in this film itself is something that I was not fully convinced with, because there is some amount of innocence, especially with what he tried with this role. He actually looks very innocent. So, if again, maybe this is coming from a place where I already watched the original, and what Basil Joseph made me feel while watching that film might be a reason. But I felt Tharun Bhascker was looking too innocent for that role. Though, again, not in terms of his performance, in terms of his casting only, I think he looked too innocent for the role, is what I felt. Now, getting to the things that didn't work for me in the film. First things first, because it is a very important topic, the reason why Jaya 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 Hai is a very special film, it is a revered film. A lot of people talk about that film is because of the themes that it was discussing and how it was discussing. It was not trying to be safe. There is a lot of in-depth storytelling. There are moments which are communicating something deep and subtle, something deep in a very subtle way. But unfortunately, that translation from Jaya 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 Hai to Om Shanti Shantihi is kind of underwhelming. Throughout the build up, it is happening. You're enjoying the banter, you're enjoying the back and forth. All of that is fine. But at some point, the movie has to actually take a very serious note because of the themes and topics. Again, even if they've maybe let's give I want to give the makers the benefit of doubt that they wanted to try something different, communicate the message, keeping it light-hearted. If that is the intention with which they have included that scene, unfortunately that didn't land. Other than that, also music was a hit and a miss for me, because though there are some portions where the music is really good, some portions felt repetitive, and most importantly, very, very similar to a lot of other music that released pretty recently. Especially there's this one important scene where there is a background music which was very, very similar to Cooley's Koki. If is it just me or even you felt that Mention that in the comments below. But yeah, there are some good things which they've taken from the original, and there are some things which they've abandoned from the original. The good things that they've picked up definitely deserves appreciation. They executed it well, like the adaptation, the dialogues, and all of that. But the core messaging, the sensibilities, and how they are dealing with it, especially towards the pre-climax and climax, they went for a more cinematic and light-hearted approach. But I kind of feel this subject should have been dealt with the way the original has been handled. This might be my opinion. If you watch the film, again, are you watching it after watching the original, or are you watching it for the first time? Mention that, and how was your experience watching Jaya Jaya Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi? Mention that in the comments below. And we do a lot of reviews, reactions, analysis videos. Do not miss any of that. Like, share, and subscribe. With that, this is Maruthi Acharya, and you're watching India Today.